Hey there guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kenny Stahl. Thank you so much for watching this video. So what I want to talk to you about right now is how recently I've become more and more interested in the topic of confidence. And I feel like things are starting to fall in place for me. That understanding confidence and what confidence is, understanding how to build confidence, understanding where confidence comes from is going to play a very, very important role in my life. Because, you know, if you think about what confidence is, if you think about what it is whether or not you believe that you can make something happen. That it is basically, well, I mean, there's different ways of thinking about confidence, but one way of thinking about it is how do you answer a question where it asks, can I do blank? Fill that in with anything. That is what you are able to do. Are you confident that you can pull off something that you want to pull off? Like, we imagine ourselves doing things in the future, whether that's talking to the pretty girl that you're attracted to, whether that's having to give a speech in front of a lot of people, whether that's, you know, you set yourself up with different situations and different conditions, and you ask yourself, what can I do it? And that is highly linked to your self-esteem, to your self-worth. It's linked to how you feel about yourself, right? And you know, it's like when you don't have confidence, you feel hopeless about the future. You feel, you know, it's almost like if you're not confident in what you can do, you're not going to do it. Like, it's kind of similar to motivation. Like, when you feel unmotivated, it's like, well, you might have a motivation for doing something, like you might have a desire to do something, but just because you want something, just because you feel like you have a reason to do it, doesn't mean that you feel like it's going to be able to get done. Doesn't mean that you feel like you can. It's almost like when you talk about confidence and when you think about what confidence is, it's almost like you trying to measure in some way that's unmeasurable. You're trying to measure your own power, your own ability. You're trying to measure something that hasn't yet happened. You're trying to determine what's, you know, we play this, human beings have this incredible superpower where we can make stuff happen in the future. Like, we can almost predict the future because we say, hey, in 20 minutes from now, I'm going to get up and go to the fridge and I'm going to get a slice of pizza out of the refrigerator. I'm going to heat it up in the microwave. And then what we can see is that we have control over ourselves in our own personal lives, a level of autonomy and independence to where we can make that happen because that's solely related to just what we do, right? But it's like, well, then can you have confidence in other things? Like, can you have confidence in other people? It's like, am I confident that my friend is going to text me when he says he's going to text me? Dang it, he never texts me when he says he's going to. It's like, well, how confident are you in other people and what they do? Well, that's not the same thing as having confidence in yourself, because that's basically like saying, do you know what's going to happen out in the world other than what... It's like having a level of omnipotence that, you know, it's like only a truly omnipotent figure like a god would be able to have. And in many ways, what I'm kind of getting at, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but in a way it's almost like, where does confidence come from? Well, maybe confidence comes from nowhere other than our own self. We create the confidence. It comes out of nothing. We are the gods over our own confidence levels. I've kind of skipped a whole bunch of stuff, right? There's a whole bunch of things like, what is confidence? Why should you be confident, right? Should you be confident? You probably shouldn't be confident all the time. Because sometimes you have this thing called overconfidence. And with overconfidence, you think you can do something, but you can't. Confidence is whether you think you can do something or not. And, it's just this level of, like, belief. Confidence is a belief. It is a belief. It's how you feel about something. It's whether or not you feel like you can do it or not do it. So I want to talk about this even more to you guys, because there's so many things that I feel like are important. I want to actually get out on the streets, so to speak. I want to show you me in a real life situation where I have to actually do something which I'm afraid to do, that requires confidence. And I want to show you that I'm not confident in that moment. And then I want to show you that I'm gonna manifest the confidence out of nowhere. Why? Because once you discover what confidence really is, what it means, and how you get it, how you build confidence, you can have control over, yourself. And having control over yourself is what we want. Having control over our own lives and over what happens in our lives is really what's going to make us feel better. I mean, to some extent, right? So, let's leave it at that. I've got more. I want to explore this more deeply and answer some more specific questions. This is kind of just an introduction to you to where my mind is at. And if you're interested in this, if you're interested in seeing me talk about confidence as a bigger theme on this channel, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you're interested in this, I should say. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you later, guys. I feel like I want to unpack all of these different thoughts, and I want to do it all at once, but I know it's going to take time, and I want to understand this because it's important to me. And I know that other people have thought about this before. I'm not the first person to be interested in confidence and explore this, but it's going to be extremely useful if I can understand this for myself. And just once you get it, and I feel like I want to get it, so I'm gonna take the appropriate action to learn, to figure it out. So, all right, that's it. See you later.